Hello. You're live. You can get down on your mats. We're doing a little bit of yoga today. Well, that's initially how I wanted to start off. I don't know how we're going to finish. Okay. There we go. On your backs. And roll down. I'm feeling it. I thought you're on your way to the beach. When are you going? Are you going tomorrow? I thought you were going today. Welcome, Tanya. Okay, take your legs from side to side. I'm very surprised. Pleasantly surprised. I thought you were going today.
Are they going tomorrow?
Maybe tomorrow. Please answer us. Louis will see on his phone what your answer is.
The answer is it's none of your business.
Is that what she said?
No.
Oh, Tanya. That's not like you.
I know, it's a bit mean, isn't it?
He's lying. Take your legs on. So I have to say, I feel a bit...
She said the reason I didn't tell you I was going is because I didn't want you to know.
So I'm feeling a little bit bruised and battered after yesterday's classes. So thank you, Tanya.
What's that?
She's texted to say that you're lying and your nose is growing. Good for you, Tanya. Good for you.
Wow.
Okay. Press button to start.
Even probably needed an extra day to pack.
Ooh, damn! You've been Louis.
It doesn't sound like he's making
Louis is a little bee.
It doesn't sound like he's making tremendous progress.
Oh my word! Is it true, Tanya? Is Stefan holding you back? Is he the one that's slow with the packing?
Not in life, just for the packing.
Louis being a little bee. Hug him the knees and roll from side to side.
He was playing golf yesterday, that's why.
No, that's why, yes. Hug in one knee, take the other one down, and then just straighten that knee out to the ceiling where it goes, and just roll it in the joint. Keep your stretch. Just hold, navel to spine. And bring that bottom leg in. Cross the leg over and hug it in for a nice little stretch to get the thighs going. Oh, no, so I'm feeling a bit, I'm tired.
Yes. How many classes is there?
4, but yes, but it's 4 Pilates classes, so it's not like I can slip a yoga in. And the previous night I did a slow yoga class, so if I had one of them, I would have been okay. But I have to say, I don't know if it's my size or my age, but it's a lot of classes on one day. I don't know if I'm too heavy to deal with it or too old. And one of the classes isn't very full, so I can't cheat. And that's the last one when I'm usually very tired. And take the feet down. Just switch legs, hug in the other leg, and straighten that leg out. Ooh, out to the ceiling. Oh. Hello, Growl. So I've put Growl on antibiotics, and he seems to be better. You're a good boy. He hates me because I have to put it down his throat. And he's like a child. He shuts his mouth. I can't get in. And then cross that leg over, hug in the bottom leg, and give that leg a stretch. You can roll. You can do whatever you want. Keep your lower back down. Oh. I'm going to winch straight through. I've just noticed. Maybe we'll do you know what? Maybe we'll do a pigeon at the end if we have time. What do you think, Louis?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Maybe we'll do a pigeon. And hug it in. Roll up to a seated and onto your hands and knees. And we're going to start with cat and cow. Knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders, roll down, push up into cat, roll the shoulders down and push the shoulders back, go into a cow. And cat. And cow. And cat. And get some movement in there. Tuck your toes under, downward dog. Walk it out. Take your time, navel to spine, and get some stretch into those calves. You can bend and stretch for a bit, and then straighten and stretch. It's completely up to you. Fingers wide, fingertips wide to take all the pressure. I really like stretching these legs. Let's see how it feels towards the end. So notice where your downward dog is, because I know it's probably only tiny you can get the heels down easily. So just notice where you are in the downward dog and see where you are towards the end of the sun salutations. Okay, lift up your left leg. Squeeze that out. Squeeze that bum. Okay, now I know. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat, put the back knee down, lift up into low lunge. Nice and high. Tailbone tucked in, tummy tucked in, shoulders back and down. Drop your right arm, twist towards the left. Rotate back to the middle. Lift your back knee up. Push that back heel back and lift up into a high lunge. We're going to flow it quite fast. Just hold the breath between the poses. Again, drop the right arm, twist towards the left. Navel to spine. Rotate back to the mat. Step it into the front of the mat, bend legs. Keep your legs bent, fold over your legs. Sweep the floor, lift up into chair pose. Shoulders back and down. Deep chair with your bum if you can, and straighten out all the way to the top. Nice deep breath in, hands into your chest. And then we're going to add that warrior 3 sequence we've been doing the whole week. So which leg are we stepping back? Yes, okay. So hands into your chest, lift your right leg up, and start to pivot into warrior 3. You can keep your hands in your chest. And look around. Drop your hands down to the mat, keep that leg lifted. Hold that stretch. And then step it back into a warrior 2 with your foot to sweep up into warrior 2. Bend that front knee in. You can adjust if your warrior 2 isn't perfect. Back into dancing warrior. And sweep yourself down to the bottom. Step back to downward dog. Hold that stretch. Forwards to plank. We're going to do 2 knee drops. So 1, take it back, stretch, nice and slow. And 2, leave the knees on the floor and slide into a very low cobra. Don't go high, just lift up the chest, arms bend. You should be able to do this in your cobra. So don't go too high. Shoulders shrug back. Tuck your toes under, push it back to downward dog. And walk it out. Lift up your right leg. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Put your back knee down and lift up into your low lunge. 90 degrees on that back hip. Tuck your tailbone in. Whew, that stings. After the Hip flexor classes. Shoulders back and down. And hands, left hand on the floor. Twist towards the right. Open up the chest. Rotate back to the middle. Hands on the mat. Step that back. Lift up that back knee. Straighten out that back leg. Lift up into whoopsie, high lunge. Navel to spine. Shoulders back and down. Drop the right arm again. Left arm, sorry. Twist to the right. I don't know why I'm getting my bangle is on my right hand. Twist back to the middle. Step it into the front of the mat. Bend legs. I don't know what's going on.
Back bends.
Sweep the floor into a chair. And straighten out all the way to the top. Hands into your chest. Shrug your shoulders back. You're going to lift up your left leg, find your balance, and then pivot into a warrior 3. You can add arms later. Just do the pivot. Take your hands down to the mat. Keep that back leg lifted. Tummy in, navel to spine. Squeeze that bum. Step it back into a warrior 2 foot. Bend the front knee in. Windmill your arms up. Into warrior 2. Adjust if you have to. Shrug the shoulders back and down. Knee out. And then back into dancing warrior. Stretch. And all the way over to the front, step it back to downward dog. Navel to spine. Forwards to plank. Push your heels back. Zip your legs together. We're doing a slow heel drop. And then pushing it back.
Knee drop.
Knee drop. And the last one, put your knees down. Slide into a low cobra. So just a chest lift, no further. Not too high. Chest lift. You should be able to use your chest to lift your back muscles instead of your arms. Push it back to downward dog. Walk it out. So we'll start adding just a forward bend in as well now that we're warming up. Are you okay?
Yeah. Just resetting.
Walk it out. Hold down the dog. Okay, lift up your left leg. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back knee down. Lift up into low lunge. Tuck your tailbone in. Now we're going for a little bit of a back bend. So take that right arm back and go into a back bend. You can touch wherever you can, bum, leg, it doesn't matter. Keep the hips forward. Lift it back up to the top. Tuck that tailbone way in. Drop your right hand, twist to the left. Twist into the knee today, always. Even if I get the direction wrong. Pivot back to the middle, lift up that back knee. Push that back heel back, bend the front leg. Lift up into high lunge. Nice and strong, tailbone tucked in. Drop the right arm back again. Try not to fall. Hips forward. And rotate that arm back to the middle. Drop the right arm down, twist to the left. All the way back to the middle. Tummy in, step it into the front of the mat, bent legs. Roll down. Sweep the floor. Lift up into chair pose. And straighten out. Hands into your hips and pivot into a tabletop. Navel to spine. Back straight. You can have your knees slightly bent as long as your back is straight. And then slide yourself down into, see, the flowers fell over, into a forward bend. Start with knees bent and then start to straighten it. As the flowers just blew off the table. Bend the knees and use your knees to roll yourself up all the way to the top. Shrug your shoulders back, hands into your chest, lift up your back, right knee, and then start to pivot. We'll put a towel down later, Louis, into warrior 3. Navel to spine. The standing leg can be bent. That helps a little bit if you're unbalanced. You can send your arms forward if you've got the balance. Oops, or not. Hands down. Keep that leg lifted. And step it back into a warrior 2 position. Windmill your arms up into warrior 2. Shrug the shoulders back. And hold. So back again into that dancing warrior. And back to warrior 2. We're going to straighten out that front leg and add a triangle. So dip it forward and drop it into triangle. You can have that leg bent if you have trouble with your hips or triangle feels funny and you don't have to go down to the floor. You can keep it up as long as the body is nice and tight and straight. Hold triangle. Now use your core muscles to lift it up to the top. Bend your front knee in and windmill your arms to the front of the mat. Step that back leg in. Step it back to downward dog. Are you okay?
Yeah, did I both sides?
No.
Just one side?
Yes. Is it chaos?
No. It's all good.
Okay, so now we're doing 4 knee drops. So forwards into plank, tighten the belt, and drop for 1, push it back. 2, push it back. 3, push it back. 4, push it back. Drop the knees down and slide into a cobra or swings. If you are tempted to go for a big back bend, put your hands in swings because I don't want you to push into your lumbar spine. I just want you to shrug your shoulders back. All the way down, tuck your toes under, downward facing dog. Navel to spine and hold. That stretch. Lift up your right leg. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back knee down and lift up into that low lunge. Shoulders back and down, squeeze that bum. Then drop the left arm down. Go into that back bend, just a little bit, not a lot. Squeeze your tailbone forward instead of going for a big back bend. And lift the arms up to the top. Drop your left arm down and twist to the right. Body straight. Put it back to the middle. Lift your back knee up. Lift up into a high lunge. Bend that front knee in. Navel to spine. Drop the left arm back again into that back bend. And pivot all the way down. Step it into the front of the mat. Keep the legs bent, hold over your knees. Sweep the floor, lift up into the chair pose. Straighten out. Hands into your hips, pivot into the tabletop. Hold that tabletop navel to spine. Straight, you're like an L. And then start to forward bend. Bend your knees if you're not flexible, because otherwise you're going to hurt something. And then once you're down, you can start to straighten out, but you don't have to. Roll it up, bend the knees, use your knees, push yourself up into that roll. Shrug the shoulders back, hands into your chest, lift up your left leg, and push it back into a warrior 3. And you can straighten out the arms if you've got the balance. Hands down to the mat and keep that leg lifted. Push it back into a warrior 2. Sit. Windmill your arms up. Hold warrior 2. Make sure the knees out, the hips is forward, and the shoulders are stacked. Back into dancing warrior. Don't go too deep. Bend that front knee in. And back to the top. Straighten out that front leg. Make sure you're okay. Slide and dip into a triangle. Engage your legs. Make sure that front leg's engaged to protect your hip. And you can always have that front leg bend. Navel to spine. Chest looking up. Hip open at the back. And lift it up. Use your core all the way up to the top. Bend your front knee in and windmill your arms to the front of the mat. Step back. Turn that back foot in. Step back to downward dog. And just breathe. Hold. Forwards to plank. Zip your legs together. And knee drop for 4. 1. Just the knees moving, the back stays strong. 2, 3, and 4. Drop the knees down, slide into a very low cobra. And hold chest lift. And go for a back bend. And push it back to downward dog. Hold the stretch. Walk it out. My heels isn't down yet. But I'm feeling better in this.
So I'm just going to reset.
It is down if I force it, but I don't like forcing stuff. Okay, let me just switch around while you stay there. We go again, once on each side. Are you ready? Lift up your left leg. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Put the back knee down and sweep up. Into a low lunge, tuck your tailbone in. Squeeze. Drop the right arm back. And just go. It's more a squeeze than it is a back bend, so be careful. Bring it up all the way to the top. Drop your right hand down, twist to the left. Straight shoulders, stack them on top of each other. And rotate back to the middle. Lift up your back knee. And lift up into a high lunge. Navel to spine. Drop that right arm back again. Hold your balance. And sweep that arm up all the way to the top. Drop the right arm. Twist to the left. I think I forgot that in the previous sequence. I've noticed now. Back to the front, step it into the front of the mat. Bent legs, keep them bent. Sweep the floor, lift up into chair. Straighten out, hands on your hips, pivot into a tabletop. And lift it back up. Instead of just going into a forward bend, we're going into chair first. And then sweep the floor. Once your hands is down, you can straighten out the legs. Because then you won't be forced to keep it straight. Bend the knees, hands on your knees and roll it up all the way to the top. Lift up, hands into your chest, lift up the right leg, pivot into warrior three. Ooh, completely lost my balance. You can take your arms forward if you want. Oops. Drop your arms down. And step it back into that warrior two position. Windmill your arms up, warrior two. Okay, dancing warrior to the back. Tummy in. And back to warrior two. Straighten out that front leg, engage the legs, slide and dip into triangle. And lift it up to the top. Bend the front knee in, warrior two. Windmill the arms to the front of the mat, step back to downward dog. And stretch. Stretch, 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 heels down if you can. I still got. Towards the plank, zip your legs together, knee drop. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Put the knees down and slide into your cobra. Keep it very low. Shoulders shrug back. So just the shoulder shrug. And hold. Shoulder shrug back. Shoulders working, nothing else. And tuck your toes under back into downward dog. Walk it out. Then lift up your right leg. Tuck it into your chest, bring it to the front of the mat. Back knee down, lift up into that low lunge, squeeze the bum, 90 degrees on that back leg. Then drop the left arm back into that back bend. And rotate that arm up. Drop the left arm down and twist to the right. Angle to spine. Rotate back, lift up that back leg. And lift it up into a high lunge. Drop the left arm back into a back bend. And all the way back to the top. Shoulders back and down. Drop the left arm and twist to the right. Keep the front leg bent. Rotate back to the middle and step it into the front of the mat. Knees bend, fold over your knees. Sweep the floor and lift into a chair pose. Straighten out, hands into your hips, pivot into a tabletop. Shoulders back and down. Then look at your toes. Pivot all the way. Use your bum to squeeze you. Sweep your hands into a chair pose. And sweep the floor. Straighten out your legs into a forward bend. Bend the knees, hands on your knees, roll it up. Help you with that roll. It's kind of nice to have that push from the knees, hands into your chest. Lift up your left knee and pivot. Oops, and pivot. Reset. Pivot into a warrior three. Hands to the mat. Keep that back leg lifted. Step it back into warrior two and windmill your arms up into warrior two. Knee out, arm tucked in, dancing warrior. Navel to spine. Back to warrior two. Straighten out that front leg, step it in a little bit if you've slipped, and dive into triangle, and this back hip, if you squeeze that bum, your hip will lift up. Navel to spine. It's a very tight position, this one is. Front leg engaged. Lift it back up to the top. Bend your front knee in. And windmill your arms to the front of the mat. Step that back foot, turn that back foot in, and step it back to downward dog. Nope. Is your audience down yet?
Can be.
Forwards to plank. Forward knee drops. Push away from the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Knees down, slide into very low cobra, which is just a shoulder shrug. And relax. With your hands under your head, lift up your feet and kick your legs from side to side. And back to the middle. Arms next to your sides, push back to child's pose. Child's pose, bring your knees in, drop your bum down, wiggle it down, and into child's pose you go. You can roll from side to side. And then once your bum is down, you can put your elbows down and just relax. Take a few breaths. Then bring it up onto your knees. You can lean back again a little bit for that quad stretch, which should feel okay because we've done low lunges. But after the hip flexor week I've had, this is still torturous. So stretch it back and back onto your knees. Sit nice and high, hands into your chest, shoulders shrug back. Take a nice deep breath in, and you will not believe this, but the 30 minutes has passed. Have a lovely day. See you all on Monday. Have a lovely windy day. And enjoy your holiday, Tanya. Holiday.
Enjoy.
See the rest of you next week. Bye.